where'd you get that?
San Francisco.
Oh.
Well, let's make a trip there.
That's so cool.
Oh, I can see y'all doing that. With the
Let's
sound.
drive, no, let's drive. Hit up all the spots like the big and all
Come on, let's home.
Where is it? Let's go.
Get about a road trip. Well done, Chef.
You started a road trip to San Francisco.
Anytime you guys go to San Francisco, you know it's a good thing.
Oh, it's so cold though.
Do I regret falling in love with the Southern Belle? Just something. Just something.
Too many apple pie?
Sometimes I do miss San Francisco. I take one look at her and then kind of like washes away. You know?
Amazing.
So, you know, when it comes to pastry tools, you know, make sure that, you know, you're not trying to save $2. You know, that extra $2 could mean the difference of you never having to buy that tool ever again. You know what I mean? And you know, if I know some of you guys actually go eat at fast food places, you'll probably be one less trip to a fast food joint before you can buy one apparatus for yourself. You know what I mean? So, and also you guys got to be smart. You know, don't go places like where the rent is so expensive that, you know, they're going to charge you for it. You know what I mean? So, you know, be smart. This was $1 from a street vendor.
Oh.
Yeah. So, you know, we get lucky sometimes. So we're going to go ahead and cut them in half, and then we're going to go and cut them in a quarter. So the way we're actually going to cut these apples is that you are going to go ahead and cut it at an angle, so you'll end up with this piece being thrown out, and then you are going to get 3 exact wedges. Cut it at an angle, get rid of the core, get 3 exact looking wedges.
Chef, you just threw us into your act.
I'm not on drugs. Sometimes it happens. It's too bloody early, I suppose.
Right.
You know, I went to one of these salad bar places, and you know how they give you a tray, and you know, reside in that tray for the better part of your existence in that place. I remember I just left and took the thing and I just threw whatever I had in there. And I was just kind of looking at it and I didn't think twice about it. Went to my car and then my wife was like, "You threw your wallet away." I went in there and like these gentlemen were laughing their head off because we were in there like drenched in salad garbage, but I found my wallet.
Oh.
Hey, at least it was actually in the trash can. It would
I
have been
know,
worse
right?
if it was like if it was in your pocket. You just dug
Or
into
had
the
already
trash
gotten
can.
taken to the dumpster.
Oh, that would have been hilarious. Like that digging in. They'd be like, "We'll feed you, you don't have to dig."
Scoff that.
It's amazing how like when something good happens, like you're like, oh, thank you. I went to see a movie a long time ago. And talk about the incident, and I left. I lost my wallet. So eventually, I retraced my steps and all that, and then I said, I just got to check the theater, so I'm going to go and check the theater. And they have lost and founds, so I went over there, and they're like, no, we didn't find anything. And the manager was like, if you want, we clean every night, but if you want, you can go and take a look where you were sitting. Where the seat folds up, it has two metal, like a bar that keeps it. My wallet was lodged in that.
Oh,
You know what I mean? So nobody saw it. So sometimes
What
the man
a
upstairs is good.
blessing.
Yeah, the man upstairs.
You need one of those chains.
My brother has one.
I hate those chains.
Did I just throw a quarter of it away?
Yeah, sure.
I'll make up the difference.
Chef, you have one of those chains? You need one of those chains for your wallet. You know?
Oh, you sit on your hands.
Oh man,
It moves your wallet. You don't have
Yeah, send it and attach it to your belt loop.
I love your doodles. This is what I'll remember. I remember what else I said.
Yeah. Yeah.
You gotta do 4. Just 4. Okay, the apple is ready. And then I want to make sure that I coincide the recipe with you guys. So Amber, what was the apple pie filling? What page?
It was either 75 or
Apple 74.
275?
No, 70.
74.
75? Okay.
Yeah.
Make sure you guys are looking at fresh apple pie filling 1.
76.
Fresh apple pie filling 1. Okay?
Oh, please.
76, yeah.
So the way it's laid out for you, and it's always so nice, is that you'll notice that it has apples sliced, butter and sugar, and then there's a white line. Okay, so that will mean that the first thing you need to pay attention to will be the apples, butter, and the sugar. Right, guys? Okay. The second item, it says water and cornstarch. Now, the water and cornstarch, you guys just going to go ahead and place the water. And you guys are going to go ahead and place the cornstarch into that water.
Focus.
And you guys are going to go ahead and use the cold water to break it up so that it looks like milk. Okay guys? This is your cold slurry. Okay guys? Remember, the emphasis is on cold. Don't do this with warm water. You don't want this thing to congeal at any point. Starch activates upon heat. Okay guys? Starch activates upon heat. So just have it like milk. It kind of looks like milk. Yeah? But don't drink it because it's not milk. Now, in order to do this, and the first thing that I want everybody to do is that when you actually have this, just go ahead and get this thing nice and warm. I always want to make sure I start with butter. And we're going to get the butter. What are we going to do to the butter upon heat? We're going to start melting the butter, right guys? Once the butter is nice and liquefied, we're going to add the apple. I don't want to brown my butter, so just go ahead and swivel it. Because when you make a noisette, it actually tastes different, right? It's called brown butter, right guys? And you get to use brown butter later when we go to more advanced classes. And then I'm going to place my apples right on. Now what the butter is going to do is going to go ahead and enhance the flavor of our apples. Initially speaking, what we would like for the apple to do upon contact with heat is that it's going to start releasing its natural juice. Okay, guys? And that's what we want. We don't want to hold the juice, because if we hold the juice, when we bake, we're going to have an apple pie that's going to have water. Okay, guys? So we want to cook out the juice. And it doesn't take long before you can actually start seeing the juice seep out. Okay, upon heat. Okay, guys? One known fact, if you like, let's say, Gala apples, or if you like Granny Smith and you take that seed from your grandfather and you go somewhere else and you plant that, you will never get the same apple. No apple ever comes out the same. So like, you know how they have like Fuji apples from this particular place, right? If they're going to make it somewhat similar, they actually have to take that orchard, or that part of that orchard, and they have to plant it over there. And they have to wait several years before they can actually have a full farm. That's why some galas, compared to the other ones, they kind of look different. Apple never turns out the same. Strawberries is a different thing. You know, you get strawberries. You get strawberries. This is the only apple that never comes out the same. Awesome. Awesome. Pears, they come out the same pretty much. That's why it's like, supposedly, have you guys ever seen like those posters of the apples? The catalog of different apples that exist? You guys can tell it has no water now. Right guys? Yeah? Now I'm going to place my sugar. Now what the sugar is going to do is, sugar from a crystal form is going to become a soluble form. This will become a secondary liquid. Yes?
Yes.
But now it's starting to really aromatically enhance.
Got a little berry pollen in here.
And we want to make sure that the sugar self-releases its own juice, and you can tell it's kind of like smothering in juice. And, you know, sugar requires heavier energy for it to start melting and for it to start to cook, right guys? So there's no chance of you guys burning this because apple is still moist, okay guys? Make sure your sugar is completely blended. And then I'm going to lower the flame slightly, and I'm going to add my starch. I'm going to raise it up, and I'm going to add my starch. I'm going to toss it about. And you're going to get an instant feel as to something that looks very gelatinous. Yes?
Yes.
And you must get it gelatinous. And you guys all see.
Yes,
Yes, chef.
Okay, guys? This is going to be your binding agent. Okay, guys? Make it nice and make sure you cook it all the way through. Remember we said heat activates your starch, right, guys?
Yes.
So would you say right now it kind of looks like gelatinous, right?
Yes.
Now we're going to take it off the heat. And I just want to show you that this is exactly what we're looking for. Okay, guys? Okay. You'll notice the second part is laden with sugar, salt, cinnamon, nutmeg, lemon juice, and butter, right? So we're going to go in that order, okay? Sunshine, sugar, what's next?
We have salt,
Salt,
cinnamon,
cinnamon,
nutmeg,
nutmeg,
lemon juice.
and lemon juice, and all that. We're just going to hold it because we're just going to go ahead and rotate the dry end a little bit. You guys can instantly tell that the sugar, the secondary sugar, is vital. Because what was so like gunky and disgusting to look at is going to start making our thing look much prettier.
Cinnamon.
Right? And then we're going to use lemon juice. Lemon juice always enhances flavor. And then the last part of the butter, which is the liquid gold, right? And then you guys also understand that the butter, the apple was never fully cooked. It was just part cooked. Okay, guys? So we're going to finish off the cooking in the oven. But the reason why we do the hard cooking is because we want to get the excess water out. So we have the essence of the apple without having to worry about the water. Okay?
yes.
And I think you can tell that now you guys understand, hey chef, that was kind of like too liquidy. Because starch activates upon heat, right? So this is going to start thickening once you actually start baking. Does that make sense?
Yes.
All right, so it's exciting. It's exciting for you guys to understand that, there's a lot of things in life that, we can do and we can do better than what's out there. You know what I mean?
Right, chef? It smells like apple pie. Really?
This methodology, guys, is the all-important cooked fruit method, okay? It's cooked fruit method. Please understand that. It's a cooked fruit method. I think there are certain things I say, not because I assume so, because I want to make sure that I don't ever treat you like anything else but who you are. But it's important that you cool your filling, right, before we can utilize it. Okay, guys? To cool it, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and cool it. Okay, yes. So what method was that, guys? Cooked fruit method. Now, we're going to do blueberry filling, blueberry